Hey Internet. Um, Basically this video is a continuation of my series of electrical videos, and this one we're going to be talking about the NPN transistor. And quite honestly, I didn't know how transistors worked until a few weeks ago when I actually started experimenting and playing around with them myself when I built my cube here. This uses 4 NPN transistors. You can see them right there. Maybe you can't see them. But we're going to go over basically how the NPN transistor works. On my breadboard here, I just have a 5-volt power regulator. This is not important. I just have a 19-volt power supply and I only want to use 5 volts, so that's what the regulator is for. We're just going to be focusing on this part of the circuit and show you how this goes. Put this in the little camera holder. Okay. So obviously this is basically a resistor and an LED, and if you can look at my other videos, you could see I went over some basic resistor and LED stuff. So, but just to review, if you have a resistor, so on these rails here we have the ground rail and the 5-volt rail here. So I'm just going to take a resistor. I think this is a 47 ohm resistor. It's not really important what type it is. Well, it does matter what type is, depending on what you're using it for and the specifications set up by the LED. Generally speaking, you can probably get away with using a 330 ohm resistor for most LEDs. Just kind of a generalization. So connect the anode to the positive side through a resistor, and of course you could connect the cathode of the LED to ground, and that will light up the LED. Now where the transistor comes into play here is this is basically, if you can see it here, this thing here is basically an NPN transistor, and it looks very actually identical, 100% identical to a PNP transistor, and the only way to tell them apart is by some process, so by using a multimeter, but we won't go over how to do that. Basically, an NPN transistor has typically 3 uses. It could be used as a switch, it could be used as an amplifier, and it could be used or set up as what's called a Darlington pair, which involves 2 transistors. Anyway, you'll notice the transistor has 3 legs. For, transistor, 3 legs. Anyway, it has a round side and a flat side. If you hold the flat side facing you, you could read the pins as being the collector, the middle one is the base, and the last one is the emitter. And since this is a NPN transistor, it means it has a layer, if you can think of it like a sandwich almost. It has like a layer of material in it. One is negatively charged, the middle one is positively charged, and the outer layer is, the last layer is negatively charged. That's why you get NPN. So in order to activate the positive layer, or the P part, you have to run a positive, a voltage coming in that's a positive current in order to activate that. So that's what we're going to do. So on a breadboard, if you just quickly, I'll remove that. What we want to do is we have positive voltage coming in from in through this resistor and into the LED. In order for this LED to light up, it has to be, the cathode has to be connected to ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug the collector into the cathode of the LED, and then I still have my base open and my emitter open. Now what we're going to do is going to connect the emitter to ground, like right there, and you'll notice that the LED is not lit up. That's because right now the transistor is in a closed state, and in order to have it, in an open state, or not connected, in order to have it closed and for the LED to light up, we have to send a small amount of current to the base of the transistor. So what we want to do is, you want to connect a resistor, doesn't matter what kind, current limiting resistor, to the base of the transistor, there. So I basically just have a resistor going to the base of this transistor, and I have my the emitter going to ground, and the collector is in the cathode, and another resistor for the LED is plugged into the anode. Now all I gotta do is provide some current to the base of this transistor. So if I plug this in here, just in line with the resistor here, and plug this into my 5-volt rail, you'll notice that the LED lights up. So basically the transistor the circuit's completed now. And if I remove that, obviously the circuit is incomplete now. So that's basically using a transistor as a switch. If you found that video useful or informative, please feel free to leave a comment. If you have any questions, my email address is michaeljudge88@gmail.com. So feel free to ask any questions, or ask a question right in the YouTube sort of comment area there, and I'll try my best to get back to you as quick as possible. Right, and look forward to more electronic videos once I get more made. Bye.